Welcome to this screencast. The purpose of the screencast is to provide teachers with an outline of the revised Individualized Education Plan process for Greater St. Albert Catholic Schools. This screencast describes how to complete an Individualized Program Plan document, Template A, for students who are achieving learning outcomes in the Alberta Program of Studies. Adjustments to strategies and supports are provided to reduce barriers to learning and increase students' academic and behavioral success. There are two versions of Template A. One version is for elementary early learning students, and another is for junior-senior high school students. To complete this screencast, please have open on your desktop or in print in front of you the Teacher Guide A and Template A. Your Learning Support Facilitator will have provided you with the documents you need for participation in this screencast and for creating individualized program plans. The documents are Word documents and may be changed and saved. There are two templates for Template A, Elementary Early Learning and Junior-Senior High School. Please ensure you have opened and are using the correct template and teacher guide. The description of the template is in the upper left-hand corner of the document and the title of the teacher guide. In this screen, you are viewing the first page of the Elementary Early Learning template and the title of Elementary Early Learning Teacher Guide. You will be transferring this information from the teacher guide to the template, so you may wish to keep both documents open. Here you are viewing the beginning of Template A and the teacher guide for Template A for students enrolled in junior-senior high school. Please ensure you have opened and are using the correct template and teacher guide. The description of the template is in the upper left-hand corner of the document and the title of the teacher guide. You will begin the IPP by recording demographic information. The information required may be found on previous IPPs and in PowerSchool. Now it's time to record some of the information you have gathered about the student's strengths, interests, and learning preferences. If you have StrengthsFinder or StrengthsQuest results, this would be the place to record that information. The Individualized Program Plan provides a description of the instructional strategies and supports a student requires to achieve learner outcomes in the numeracy program of studies. There are 5 key areas to consider: literacy, numeracy, physical education, thinking and other executive function skills, and finally, social participation and interpersonal skills. The IPP only needs to include the areas that the student requires instructional supports and strategies in to be successful. For example, a student with a non-verbal learning disability may be working at grade level in literacy. The student's progress in this area will be documented in his or her report card. However, he or she may require specific instructional supports and strategies to realize growth in the area of numeracy. Simply delete the literacy section on the template and proceed with the numeracy section. For each area of need, identify 1 to 3 supports that you believe will enable the student to succeed. Copy the strategies chosen from the teacher guide and place them in the appropriate BS space template. You are always free to add in your own strategies and supports. The Individualized Program Plan provides a description of the instructional strategies and supports a student requires to achieve learner outcomes in the program of studies. The GSACRD IPP teacher guides include a number of strategies and supports to choose from. Great respect for the value of teacher professional judgment remains. Please feel free to record strategies and supports that are most likely to result in success for the student. You are free to choose strategies and supports from other sources or to create your own. The GSACRD Wiki space, Success for Every Learner, includes a comprehensive list of differentiated, universal, targeted, and individual supports and strategies. For this student, the teacher has selected 3 strategies and supports that will be required to ensure the student realizes learner outcomes in numeracy. This same process may be used for the other areas of need: literacy, physical education, problem solving, attention, planning, self-management, and interpersonal skills, social participation, and interpersonal skills. You will notice that some of the strategies you select have blueprint. Click on the blueprint to link to the information that will further explain the strategy chosen. For example, the strategy, Teach Frustration Management, outlines steps students and staff may use to help students with self-regulation. If the student you are creating an IPP for has a behavior support plan, please indicate the plan is on the student record. The teacher guide provides a link to the GSACRD Behavior Plan template and programming information, including the comprehensive list of universal, targeted, and intensive individualized behavior supports posted on the GSACRD wiki space, Success for Every Learner. It is important to include relevant information about the student's medical conditions, disabilities, or medications on the IPP. The teacher guide links you to medical conditions and disability information that you may or may not wish to include on the IPP. Consider information that is relevant to programming. Some information is important for the student's safety and well-being at school and should be recorded here. A building accessibility study is recommended for students who present with movement disorders and experience mobility challenges. It is not necessary to document all assessment results in the IPP. It is helpful to document results that are current and directly inform programming. For example, it is helpful to provide parents with information about the student's reading or writing abilities. Some students require specialized or adaptive equipment to be well, safe, comfortable, and engaged at school. Please select the equipment the students you are creating an IPP for requires. Again, if you do not require this section, simply delete it from the IPP. If the student you are creating an IPP for is an English language learner, please include benchmarks indicating proficiency. If the student no longer requires English language learner supports, you may check Not Required at this time. If this section is not at all relevant for this student, you may delete it from the template. Please continue to document individualized program plans, any accommodation requests you anticipate the students will require for assessments of and for learning. Accommodations cannot be provided for PAT or diploma exams if the need for them is not included in individualized program plans. The accommodations requested should be used for the student throughout the school year. Copy from the teacher's guide accommodations required and paste them into the template you share with parents. Student progress is communicated on report cards and in conversations with parents and students. You will wish to record some transition planning, suggestions, and summative recommendations to ensure there is continuity of programming for the student and future staff. Learning support facilitators work collaboratively with teachers, parents, and receiving school learning support facilitators to plan for and implement smooth transitions for our students. It is now only necessary to have the parent sign the IPP once during the school year. It is assumed that the teacher and parent will be communicating about any changes or adjustments throughout the school year. The conversations parents, students, and teachers have about students, their learning, and their progress all contribute to success for the student. If the parents are unable or unwilling to sign an individualized program plan, please document attempts to invite them to do so. It is also helpful to document conversations about the IPP, particularly if there are concerns. Please contact district office staff early in the process if there are concerns about a particular student's IPP. Thank you very much for participating in this screencast and for all you do to support each student and all students. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to work in collaboration with your school's learning support facilitator, pedagogy lead, counselor, and other colleagues to complete individualized program plans. Members of the District Learning Services team are also available for assistance.